Okay. Oh, gag myself. Alright, hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I get to do something kind of exciting today. I only have like 2 videos up. I finally got my very first comment today, or maybe it was last night. The comment was by a man named Matthew Jones. Now, he is the very first comment I'm ever getting, ever. I know that doesn't seem like a big deal. I know it doesn't, but to me it is. It's a very big deal. So first of all, thank you, Matthew, or Matt. Can I call you Matt? I feel like we're close enough now. Matt had a suggestion for me. He suggested that I check out a song called Monsters by James Blunt. Now, I've never heard of the song. I don't think I've ever heard of James Blunt. I might have heard something on the radio, I guess, and just not have placed the name. Or, to my knowledge, this will be a first time listen, so that's exciting. I'm enjoying that. So here's Matthew. If you haven't heard Monster by James Blunt, it is amazing, very emotional, but it's definitely worth the tears. So that's awesome. Another guy trying to make me cry. I don't have kids, but I would love to get a reaction to see a dad's point of view. To be honest, that's a little frightening. This is gonna be a thing. Okay, that comment, I'm not gonna look at this as a challenge. I'm not gonna play around with it. Last time, I sincerely in that last video tried not to cry, like tried my hardest not to cry, and it just didn't work out because I'm a big old crybaby. Time I'm just gonna watch it. I'm looking at a couple of things. I'm seeing the lyric video and the actual video. I think I'm gonna watch the. Oh my God, that looks emotional. I'm gonna watch the official video, I think. Okay, here we go.
Oh, before they turn off all the lights, I won't read you your wrongs or your rights. The time has gone. I'll tell you good night, close the door. Tell you I love you once more. The time has gone, so here it is.
I stopped just for a second. It's already intensely emotional. I don't know where this is going exactly. I'm getting a vibe, but I don't want to say anything. I'll say this is not. I didn't expect that voice to come out of that body. There's a lot of emotion going on here. As someone who's studied acting, I'm very impressed, and I feel like this comes from a very real place for this guy. I'm going to back it up quite a bit, and I'm going to start again.
Tell you I love you once more. The time has gone.
He almost started
so
crying.
Here it is. I'm not your son. You're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away.
His voice is like audible pain. It's audible pain. It feels like his father's on his deathbed. I hate guessing with emotional things like this. Okay, I'm going to go back. Hopefully to before that rang, so that I can get the audio and listen to it one more time.
We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So
that's just
daddy,
pain.
won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away. time has gone. I folded your clothes on the chair. I hope you sleep well, don't be scared. Time has gone, so here it is. I'm not your son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid, it's my turn to chase the monsters away. Sleep a lifetime, yes, and breathe the last word. You can feel my hand on your arm. I will be the last one, so I'll leave a light on. Let there be no darkness in your heart. But I'm not your son, you're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive, no need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid, it's my turn to chase the monsters away.
Wow. His voice was... Does he always sound like that? I wonder. There were imperfections. There were, in just to talk about the performance for a minute, there were cracks and quivers and breaks, but there was more emotion and more genuine feeling in that voice than I think I've heard from an artist in a while. So from a performance standpoint, that's what I'll say. I think that it was beautiful and real and raw, and I feel like there's a definite personal connection to the lyrics for him. I don't know the story. I don't know if he actually wrote it. I don't know, but it feels like he did. It feels like he wrote it. It feels like that it's about something that's very personal for him. From a dad's point of view, to be honest, I felt myself experiencing that more from a son's point of view, and I think that was his goal. But I would be lying if I said that thinking about my son, my daughter, and how we will interact, what our relationship will be. Okay, I'm going to share a little bit. I don't know if it's too much. Again, I'm going to be, I don't know if I'm going to be doing this like every video, but I'm going to share a little bit. If it's too much information, I'm sorry. Some of this might get cut out, and I'll just keep it for the Patreon. I didn't know my father until I was 13. I spent a lot of time around him for about 2 weeks, and then he was gone again. And then when I was 20 and had a child of my own, my grandmother on my father's side passed away, and me and him and one other family member drove from Texas to New York for the funeral together and drove back. When we got back, I introduced him to his granddaughter. I didn't see him again for another 3 years. At that time, I got a call from one of my aunts to let me know that he had been diagnosed with cancer. Things weren't looking good. He was in the hospital. I went and I spent a few days with him. You know, I I decided it was more important for me, not even necessarily for him, but for me, to be a good son. I had a son at that point, my son and my daughter, and I couldn't imagine being in that position, no matter the mistakes I made, and my child not coming to me. So I did. I went. And then a couple weeks went by after he had his surgery, and he was doing well. He went to my aunt's. I went to see him pretty much every day for about a week. And then one day I went to see him, and he wasn't there. He went to see his ex-girlfriend's kids, to stay with them in New York. And that was the last time I saw him. 5 or 6 years later, maybe more actually. I'm not even sure. I was told that he was sick again. And then about a week later, I was told that he passed away. Having children myself, it wasn't even cold inside. I didn't have negative feelings toward him. There was no emptiness after he passed. It was simply I don't know how to explain it. It was like hearing that some distant relative you'd never met had died. It had no impact on me. And if I ever allow myself to sit and really think about that, it makes me very sad. Not that he passed, but that it didn't affect me. It makes me sad for the relationship I never had. It makes me sad for the relationship he never had. And it makes me think about my son and my little girl, and how I'm never going to let that happen with them. It's kind of messed up to say it out loud, but whenever I die, I plan on them being very upset about it. That almost sounds terrible, but hopefully you know what I mean. I did have a very positive father figure in my life, my uncle. This song made me think of him. It didn't make me think of my father. He developed cancer, lung cancer, and one of the healthiest and strongest and most vibrant men that I knew deteriorated very quickly. And then he went, and I remember holding his hand the day that he died, before he passed. And I just remember a smile on his face. And, he wasn't perfect. He had his flaws, major ones. And I'm certainly not perfect. And I have many, many flaws. But there is a moment. There is a collection of moments right there at the end, when you kind of get a sense of what heaven must be like, if there is such a place. But there's something about that moment right before he passed, when I held his hand and I looked at him, and I wanted to say so many things, but nothing seemed important. None of the apologies, none of the excuses, none of the rationale for any of my failings, none of the proclamations of my affections for him. None of it seemed important, because in that moment, just looking at each other, he knew everything. And there was no guilt. There was no regret. It was one of the most peaceful 45 seconds of my entire life, holding the hand of the man who was father in my heart, moments before he passed away, moments before he died. Those were the most peaceful moments of my life. And that sounds strange. I know it does. And I know I'm talking your ear off, and I will get done. And I said I would do something fun, and I feel like I lied. That's the best I got. So, Matthew, I hope I didn't disappoint. I felt this song almost entirely from a son's perspective. Just as a son. As someone who's lived that moment that he's talking about in this song. And that he expressed so perfectly. All that mattered was that we were there together. And we both knew that the other was okay. I'll never forget the look in his eyes. And my aunt will probably see this. I apologize if I overshared. I don't know how to not be really honest when it comes to this subject. I feel like if I don't be completely open when I talk about this, then I'm doing him a disservice. Thank you for suggesting this song. This has put joy in my heart, and I'm going to carry that throughout the day, I think. So thank you. That being said, this is the second music reaction that I've done on this channel. Didn't plan on doing any of these, but I think I enjoyed it. If you have any other suggestions, any other songs or artists you want me to look at, any other TV shows or films you want me to see, feel free to put them in the comment section down below and let me know. Share the video, get the word out. Let's get other people in on the conversation. I do have a Twitch channel. I just started streaming some Let's Plays, so I'm going to leave a link to that in the description. Also, I'm just putting up my Patreon. I don't think I'm going to put music reactions on there. I'm not sure yet how that'll work. Haven't decided. But if you see this and it's been a while, go check it out because it's likely to be pretty populated. I plan on keeping myself pretty busy. Beyond that, hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the content. Hit the thumbs down button if you thought it sucked and you hope to never ever see me again, and leave me a comment and let me know either way. And hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification so that you can get notified whenever I post a new video, which will be happening at least a couple of times a week. Right now the schedule is getting solidified. It will be solid. Give me about a month or so to get things straightened out and figure out how long things actually take. I hope to be seeing all of you, many more of you, around in the near future.